So now that we are officially alive, if we could not talk about diarrhea. Um,
I was
Just
just
don't
talking
say the
about the
words
delicious Baja
diarrhea
Blast.
I okay,
anymore.
so yeah, so Conan O'Brien, back when he used to do his late night shows, they used to do like remotes. Where they do it like they'd go and do fun little things. And one of them was he went to like the NBC doctor or whatever for like a little health checkup, and they spent like 5 minutes of this remote just talking about how she liked the word diarrhea.
I hate spelling it.
It was really bizarre. She was like, "Yeah, it's a really nice word." And it's like,
What?
the fuck is wrong with you? It sounds the
Like
way it
this?
feels, like bad.
It's terrible that this is my first impression of this person.
Hmm.
But
You know
Well,
what? Maybe it's another link I'll put into the thing.
so you got anything going on this week, Daniel?
Yeah, hold on. I was gonna. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask, and I should have done some of this before. So tomorrow will be the YouTube release of the podcast tomorrow morning. So if you've not seen the podcast yet, which we had live yesterday, go and check that out. It's Severance, Daredevil, this week's episode of Invincible, which we actually gave some actual time because I feel like we've been shortchanging Invincible a little bit because not a ton has been happening. Like it's been good, like I've been really enjoying it, but like the episode this last week was pretty banger. So we talked about that as well, and then I think, and we're not gonna have to worry about this for a while, and you guys don't have to worry about this at all. But we're gonna have to switch back to Wednesdays for the podcast once Andor starts up, which will be a little bit more than a month. So we're gonna go back to Wednesdays, and then I think we're gonna do Star Wars Outlaws, maybe some Kingdom Come this week, some Battlefront toward the end of the week. So check us out for that.
All right. Well, that sounds great. And everybody except for Sean, who will be joining us in a little bit, welcome to Gungans and Dragons, Pirates of Drinax edition. Uh, we are continuing on in your journeys, and you're actually on Drinax for once, but not for long, because in the midst of the party and a little bit of eye surgery for one character, you were contacted by Princess Rao, who has put upon you a pirate hunting mission. Pirates have recently attacked two worlds close by to Drinax, and she thinks that this is a good chance not only for you to go against some possibly competing pirates, but to extend a hand of diplomacy and enhance Drinax's position within the sector. But before we go on, let's start off by introducing ourselves. Daniel, why don't you start with you and your character?
So, well, my character is called Oclunu, who's a spy. Someone just mentioned, you guys might know that I do our particular like for Pirates of Drinax, I do Chat GPT. Like I use Chat GPT to do the description because it does a really good job of formatting all of our social links, and I don't have to. It's just work that I don't have to do. And I noticed, and someone pointed out that it is possible. I didn't realize that the king's name was Oleb, and I also didn't realize that there was like an entire wiki of different Pirates of Drinax characters and events and stuff. So I'm gonna go and look some of those up now because now that I can see this guy's face because like there's fan art of it or like like player art or whatever.
Feel free to look at some of the characters, but please don't try to look at events that take place in the campaign
Oh,
because I am
you're
pulling.
not just making them up.
There are some things that I've made up, but there's also some things in the book that we're also doing.
Okay. Well, the important thing is that now I know what Oleb the 16th looks like, and I swear to God, he kind of looks like what I imagined Monty looked like at first before I knew what Monty looked like.
Yeah, I actually did post a picture of him earlier and
Yeah, I probably didn't. I probably wasn't paying attention.
I'm here.
Oh,
Welcome.
Well then, let's
Hi,
go
Sean.
on to Sean. Sean, introduce yourself and your character.
I play Gungans McCore, who just got done eating some space Taco Bell.
And is the ostensible captain of the
Yep.
ship.
Yep.
you need more fiber in your diet, my friend.
Yeah. No.
Mhm.
I've been trying to get better at dieting. It's just hard.
Well, April, you're up.
Yes, I'm April, and I play Andrew. She's a spacer from here on Drinax, and she's been involved in several various adventures, and yeah, I guess that's all I'd say today.
And last but not least, Monty.
I play Blem's Leaned, which is Daniel Smells Backwards.
Just in case anyone forgot.
I play a Drinaxian noble who has fallen out of favor and is the ex-boyfriend of the princess.
Also, the ex-boyfriend of everyone, I think.
Yeah, and the ex-boyfriend of a lot of characters, actually. A long list.
Professional ex-boyfriend.
Mhm.
And I am Richard, the GM or game master for the
Gungan Master.
campaign. I am the one in charge of just determining the outcome of the player's actions and the non-player character's actions, and helping the story kind of smoothly go forward as the madness continues. So, where we left off, you all, I believe, had gathered on the ship, and out of the two places that currently had bounties on the pirates, I believe you were going first to Clark.
Yes,
Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna pull up our little hexot or our.
I
our
remember
map.
this decision.
As you are preparing to lift off, you will actually find that your erstwhile paramour that you met on the shipyard, the
Vigilant, right?
Vigilin, who is the bastard son of the Emperor, is going to be staying on Drinax and working with the king.
Oh, he is? I was really hoping he was going to, come with us.
I know, right? Him and his really great power armor and talent.
Yeah, actually, could I ask him, hey, since you're going to be staying here, could I,
Yeah.
borrow your power armor?
Can I have it?
You can't even use the regular
so-
vacuum, let alone power armor.
So you send him that message, and you do get a pretty quick response on your console, and it seems to be an animated GIF of somebody just laughing and laughing and laughing.
I'll be like,
So it's a
okay,
maybe.
that's a maybe. He'll just shut the console and be like, oh. He'll be like, okay, he's gonna find Veronica, and he's gonna say to her, hey, how do you get power armor?
Usually you buy it, boss.
Ah,
You don't just ask
and-
someone if you can have theirs.
And honestly, you sound like you're from a low-tech world if you're calling it power armor. It's battle dress, boss.
oh, sorry, Battle Dress. Sorry, there's a game I used to play called Fallout 2780.
Well, no, I mean, there is some battle dress that I've heard people call power armor, but that shit can irradiate you.
Oh shit.
Usually it's lower tech battle dress, more affordable, but more affordable for a good damn reason.
Because it'll have a hand spreading out of your ass because of the radiation. Gotcha.
Well, more like
what an
tumor
image.
than dying of cancer, but yeah.
Well, would you want to help me track down some?
Boss, I thought we were going to be leaving for another world to go on the mission for the princess.
Well, we are, but I'm just saying, like, if you want to help me keep an eye out for some power armor. I mean, battle dress armor.
I mean, sure. I mean, my own battle dress is still pretty damaged, and I'm going to be leaving it behind for this mission for it to get repaired.
Actually, are you good about? I mean, do you want to stay back just in case?
Yeah, as you're looking at her, you see that she does have like this pitch black metallic arm where her former arm used to be.
I'll be like, oh, hey, that's a pretty cool arm.
Yeah, it's what they had.
You gonna name it?
No.
Oh,
what a personal question.
I didn't name the previous arm. I don't see a reason to name this one.
Oh, do you want people to sign it like a cast?
Why? You think it's going to get better?
Well, I mean, like, I don't. Yeah, I'm just gonna go now. Good talk.
Can you get out of my room, please?
Yeah.
Can you get the fuck out of my room?
Actually, you did go to her room to talk to her because she doesn't have a station on the bridge.
Oh, right. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna have her have a station on the bridge because of the sacrifice she did. So I'm gonna make her like an.
We don't have room.
Oh.
She has to get in a turret if we get shot at.
Oh, right. That's true. Okay.
Okay. So you're heading back to the bridge?
Yes.
Okay, so everyone else on the bridge. So as you've been getting ready, you saw the captain kind of type something. Maybe if you'd looked over his shoulder, you might have seen the animated GIF of the person laughing. And then he left for a few minutes and now is back.
Yeah, hi guys.
You have permission from Drinax to depart whenever you wish. Your ship has been fueled, so you are prepared for up to 2 jumps. What route are you taking?
Probably the easiest route to Clark.
That's a great idea, Captain.
Yeah. You can jump directly to Clark with a single jump.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
Or should I say I'll do that?
How are you going to do it?
Who's our navigator again?
Me, isn't it?
All right, you do everything.
Barbie.
So, you can, because you're right here on Drinax, they can basically slave your controls and get you up through the atmosphere, and then they could even link you into the shipyards up above, and they can basically set you on a heading away from the world while Barbie works on the calculations.
Okay, yeah, I'll let them do that. I'll be like, hey Barbie, if you want to make the calculations for a jump to Clark, that'd be swell. Thanks.
Yes, Captain, I know what my job is.
Okay.
I'm starting it now.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Man, our crew's got a lot of fucking lip.
You know what? They got character. I like it.
And
They've got moxie.
Right, so she sends the calculations to engineer. Okay. And it's going to take you guys with the control tower. Okay, so you get to jump distance away from the planet. It takes you about a day and a half. And then after the day and a half, you hear the familiar as the hydrogen is eaten up in your tank, and you are back into jump space.
How long is it going to take to get there?
A week.
A week? Okay. Well, everybody, we got a week till we get to Clark, so free time till then?
Yeah, I believe it was Andrew that knew quite a bit about Clark because she paid attention in school.
Big surprise, nerd.
So Andrew, do you want to regale us with news about Clark?
With Tales of
Well-
Clark.
Yeah.
They're a cult. They're a death cult. They have an obsession with death, and they're run by a technocracy of priests that kind of try to keep the world under their control. Because if it ever got better, then, like most cults, if things ever got better, they wouldn't actually have power.
Oh, okay. So, and we're just trying to, and so just show our hands. Who does not want to make Clark better?
We're trying to help these guys.
We're trying to help them help us.
Help them help
Okay.
themselves.
We're going to talk to them about their pirate problem and hopefully
Just their pirate problem.
find information about this about the crew that's attacked them and maybe turn in some bounties and get some good graces on behalf of Drinax, because we've had a long and storied history which was punctuated with us blowing up most of their planet.
Wait, we blew it up?
Drinax blew it up
Oh.
a long time ago.
We blew it up, Captain.
Not us personally.
Yeah,
Hey, you know
we
what?
we would never be responsible for a genocide like that.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Thankfully, no.
who wants to do
That would be
genocide?
terrible.
I mean, not me. I super would not want to pull a genocide ever. Just the thought is like, yeah, gross, you know.
Are you guys saying gender slide? Because, we do that in the orgies all the time. They're great.
Oh, how does that work?
I'll tell you later.
I was about to say,
Should
is that
I-
mission critical information?
Should I duplicate the trainings that you guys did last time? Sword
Yes.
training.
Yeah,
for
I'm
Luna
just
and
gonna keep
Core.
getting
Slam
better at
trap
sword.
training.
Yeah, I'll do the sword training again too.
I'm just like floating in my room.
Should be getting fairly close.
Yes.
Close to what?
Actually, leveling up.
Oh, that's nice.
While we're sword training, Gani's gonna be like, "Hey guys, do you ever just think like you don't try to be awkward, but like you can't help it just because you're super awkward?"
We try not to talk during sword training.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Oh, it's all good.
Sorry, that is something Akluna would say.
All right. Well, a week later, you are all back onto the bridge, and all of a sudden, the stars are back into place, and you are back into real space.
So on the bridge, Gani's gonna ask again, "Hey guys, do you ever just feel like you try not to be awkward, but you're just always super awkward, even when you try not to be?"
We try not to talk when we're flying the ship.
Usually
okay.
only
No, I've never felt that.
when
Yeah,
women are
and
involved.
and you're strange if you have thought that ever once in your life.
Well, darn.
Also, why do you ask?
Oh, I don't know. Just I kind of feel like sometimes maybe like I put my foot in my mouth a little too much
Oh,
without realizing it till after the fact.
wow.
You are 2 days with sublight speed away from Clark right now.
As Confucius says, if your foot tastes good, put it in your mouth.
Hmm.
A little bit of Eastern philosophy there for you, Captain.
Ah, nice.
Are you powering up your holographic stealth unit, or are you going in as is?
Would
We
sorry, you go.
we should be going in as ourselves because we are here on behalf of Drinax to investigate the pirate problem. Are we not?
We are. I just don't know if like, does the Imperium have a presence out here, or no?
No, this is not an Imperium system.
Okay, then yeah, probably not.
Okay. So many charts on so many different pages. I need to just put this in my book. There we go. Okay. So actually about 6 hours away from you, there is a lone system defense boat that pings you as you come into the system. It says, this is the Clark defense boat number 1 to Salvation's End. What is your intention?
Hold on a second. I'm gonna put my hand over the microphone and look at the captain and say, what is it we're trying to do here again?
We're trying to help them with the pirate problem.
Okay. And what was the name of the ship?
Salvation's End.
No, I know our ship. The ship that hailed us.
Oh, Defense Boat 1.
Okay. Defense Boat 1, this is the Salvation's End, here to lend aid for your pirate problem.
There's a little pause, and then the voice sounds a little bit more welcoming. Ah, you're here for the bounty.
Yeah.
I'll put my thumb up, like I'll do a thumbs up thing.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that is correct. How'd you know?
All right. Because you said you're here for the pirates, and we've put out a bounty for pirates.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No, that makes sense.
Well then, please proceed to Clark. If you need refueling before going down to the surface, you can make do with our high port. Otherwise, you can proceed down to the landing pads for the low port.
Let's refuel on our way out.
Well, we still have like one jump, right?
Yeah, but we should always keep that topped up.
What if we have to leave? What if we have to leave in a hurry? Like we piss somebody
That's why
off.
that's why we should keep it topped up.
So should we refill on the way in then?
Sure.
If we're on the ground and we piss somebody off, we're probably in trouble anyway. So we could always jump back to dry mat. I think at this time we should probably get fuel before we leave, but I don't think we need it now.
Well, you know what, guys? On second thought, this is the death cult. So the less time there, the better.
All right, well, you have 2 days to think about it as you proceed along. The defense boat takes positions, actually follows you for about a day of the journey, but then turns around as you all kind of show that you are indeed heading where you're heading along. Let's twice more. In fact, as you head towards the planet, you actually see that there is a squadron of fighters on patrol in orbit that kind of ping you as you arrive in orbit. But
Fun.
they seemingly have spoken to the defense boat, so they just kind of say, "Welcome to Clark," and kind of leave you alone.
I'll look to him and be like, hey, tell him thank you.
What kind of fighters are they?
Do you want to scan them with active sensors?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, no
Uh,
one said anything about that.
Just I don't know if they have a signature or a type that we are able to identify without.
From the profile, you can just see that from their size, shape, and composition that they are some sort of fighter class vessels, so seemingly anywhere from 1 to 5 people maximum. Barely the size of a pinnace.
What's a pinnace?
Sorry, say that word again.
Pinnace. Pinnaces are basically like
I know what a
shuttlecraft.
pinnace is, god damn it.
Who you talking to there, Monty? I mean, who are you talking to there, Slums?
To everyone?
Also, can you spell the word penis?
I can indeed.
I bet there's an A in there.
I'm gonna laugh if it's spelled exactly the same way as penis. It's just said differently.
Yeah, I was right. There is an A in there.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm a little disappointed in that.
Right.
It's a boat. A light boat propelled by oars or sails. Which is a weird thing to have in space, but who am I?
This is what they look like. If you want to.
So are we seeing like? Is it like the team like the row team where like we're just seeing like a bunch of guys in spacesuits just rowing through space?
Not at all.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it's much more like what you would consider to be like a shuttlecraft.
Honestly, it kind of reminds me of the ship from Mass Effect Andromeda.
As
Much
you
smaller.
approach the low port, you are given the option of you are given actually multiple warnings that the atmosphere itself can be considered dangerous and that they are currently experiencing a storm. So they are offering to control the ship as it comes in, or you can choose to pilot the ship on your own.
You know what? I'll take the offer. How much are they asking for? Is it free?
Free.
Cool. Yeah, I'll take the offer.
Okay. So you are heading down to the starport there. As you approach through the thick atmosphere that almost completely blots out all of the light, and you punch through a gray rainstorm, you are greeted with a bleak gray and black vista, which is completely surrounded on all sides by just these edifices to death. As you come in to one of the landing pads, there is a very large pyramid that is just overhanging everything. And as your video screens kind of like zoom in on them, you can see in kind of a horrifying manner, there are the pyramid themselves and a lot of the buildings around them seem to be made out of these blackened bricks that have the outlines of people jutting out of them. Some of them looking peaceful, many of them looking like they're in pain. All of them are just stacked together to create these structures.
Disgusting. Could you imagine having to dust all of this?
Right?
The rain pounds your ship as you come in and settle down. And your personal computers get a little update for the local planet. And you get a ping, all of you, that Keeper Malos, the Starport administrator, requests your presence.
Yeah, I guess I'll look at a clue and be like, tell him we'll be there, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I'll respond to that effect. Though I think if we all got pinged. How did they get all of our numbers?
So basically they pinged the ship, and the ship disseminated the message to you guys.
All right.
So
Well,
basically, they sent a message that basically said to all crew of this ship, and then all crew of that ship would get that message.
I'll respond on behalf of everyone. OMW.
And you get a response saying, "I look forward to seeing you happy and living here, but don't worry, we're also used to seeing the dead as well." And there's a little smiling emoji at the end of it.
That's cute.
I don't think I should respond to that. I don't want to send any
little
mixed messages.
threatening, isn't
Yeah.
it?
A very aggressive smiley face.
Okay, well, as you leave the ship, you immediately feel damp. It's still raining very hard. It's actually pretty chilly at the same time. Leaving, there are clear streets for you to go along to the terminal. The terminal itself is completely dwarfed by the Necro Temple behind it. They're more squat buildings. You can see there are lots of regular-looking people pulling carts. Many of the carts have bodies on them and seemingly food items. There are a couple of other ships that are on landing pads, but most of them seem like they're in the process of refueling. As you're walking along, you see one just leave straight away. You're not seeing the usual kind of commerce that you would normally see at a starport.
Hey,
And every once in a while, you see these people in black robes just walking amongst the others. They're given a lot more space by the regular people, and all of them have these very large tanks strapped to their backs. As you... Okay, yep.
All right. For the cart with the bodies, do we hear a guy just saying, "Bring out your dead"?
Nothing quite that energetic.
No, they're not very energetic. It seems like that cart is making its way to the Necro Temple.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I wonder why it's called the Necro Temple.
As you head to the administration building, the doors open and there's actual candlelight that greets you as you enter. And a single man comes forward and pulls back his robe, his hood a little.
Okay.
Well, sorry, pulls back his hood a little bit.
We're up to a rough start on this planet if we're getting flashed by the first guy we see.
And he smiles at you. He's wearing one of those big tanks on his back at the same time and says, "Ah, welcome, my friends, welcome. It's always lovely to see ephemerals, and I always feel sorry for you, but hey, maybe you might one day die upon this world and be preserved like us all. Please, come with me to my office. And he turns around and just starts to walk down the halls, seemingly confident that you will be following.
Are you dead?
I'm gonna stare wide-eyed at the captain.
He turns around and says, "Oh no, no one is ever truly dead when you can be preserved, and I have my job now here in the living." And of course, oh, I apologize. I am considered a priest on this world, a psychopomp, as we call ourselves, and I'm just here to make sure that things run smoothly at the starport.
Oh, so should we call you father then?
You're doing a great job.
Since you're a
You,
priest.
you may call me Keeper, Malos, because, you know, I am a keeper. We need to preserve our people in whatever form they may have.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, Keeper Malos, we'll follow you, and I'll just start walking behind him.
I'm gonna keep my
So-
distance from this guy. By the way, I'm gonna put some physical distance between the two of us.
So the walk down the corridor, he's just kind of talking to you all. He seems pretty calm. He asks a couple of questions to you all about like what your plans are for your body after you die and how you are going to be preserved. And then you reach his office, and as you step in, you can see that his desk itself is made out of 4 of those slabs, and you can see people like embedded in them. He sits on a chair behind them, and there's a few other more normal-looking wooden chairs for you all. And he says, "Please sit."
Have a seat.
Are the people inside, like, are they clothed? Are they nude?
The things are they a part of the slab? You mean like they're just kind of like?
Yeah. Is it like carbonite, kind of?
It looks kind of carbonite-y.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Are there people in the chairs?
No, the chairs are normal.
No, I'm asking that in character.
He, Keeper Malos chuckles. No, my child. No, those are just chairs.
So, like, if you die on this planet, like, can you get revived? Or no?
Oh, well, they will eventually all be revived. Yes, that is the promise, and that is why we preserve our people. That's why we preserve them. And those raiders, oh, they killed so many people before they could be preserved. Oh, those fucking sinners. Oh, I apologize. I apologize, my child.
You know, I think I'll stand.
Are you one of the preserved, or?
Psychopomp be willing. Yes, I will be preserved as well when the time comes. In fact, he gestures towards his desk. This is one of my predecessors right here.
Oh. That's cool.
Can you explain the word psychopump to me, please?
Would you are interested in our religion?
Interested is a strong word. I'm just...
Well, I'm fully prepared to tell you about the tenets of our religion and the benefits of being a part of it, but I'm afraid that I feel my words would be as ephemeral as your presence upon this universe. But maybe we could do further discussion when you bring back these pieces of shit that killed so many.
You keep calling us ephemeral.
Yes, because
because you are not preserved when you die. You will not be brought back and resurrected on the day of healing,
How do you know that?
because you would have to be made into one of these structures that we have here, my child.
How do you know that?
Well, if you want to emigrate to this world, we can have a conversation about that.
Well, we don't want that.
Yeah, I
We're
pass.
here on
don't.
very important business. We've been.
Yeah, we have work to do. I'm so sorry.
We're here to help, not rehome.
But thank you so much for a well-adjusted, normal answer.
He then pulls a blocky computer from underneath his desk and slams it down. He then peers at it for a second and is like, "Turn on." And it just stays like that. He goes, "Oh. Wait. Oh, right." And he reaches behind it for a second, and you see him struggling. And then you see that there is a button on the back. He manages to hit it, and you hear a whirring noise. It'll only take a minute.
Did you think that computer was voice activated? And then you found out that it wasn't? Can you explain what just happened?
Usually I am not one in charge of the computer, as it were. Unfortunately, my assistant was killed in the attack, and I wasn't able to preserve his body, and it has been a bit of a sore spot for me. Right.
I'm so sorry.
He always used the other device for it as well. Hold on. He goes underneath, and he pulls out a keyboard.
While this is happening, I'm going to give Andrew a headlong, wide-eyed
quaint.
glance.
Somebody had to say it.
You watch him struggle for the next few minutes as he tries to tap on the keyboard, and then he figures out that it needs to be plugged in. And then he proceeds.
Can I help him out with that a little bit?
Sure. Since this is a bit lower tech than your character is actually used to, just make me a roll for this.
Okay.
This is going to be 2d6 plus 1.
Okay.
Though it would be funny to see two old men struggling to start a computer.
5.
You all watch two old men struggle to start a computer.
So I think you gotta hit the any key.
No, I keep touching that, but I think we might have plugged it into the wrong port. I don't think we should have forced it.
Oh, yeah, if you force it, then sometimes it just doesn't work,
What the fuck is happening right now?
Have you guys tried turning it off and on again?
Have you tried turning it on?
Yes, it's not working.
I did turn it on.
It takes about 15 minutes, but he does bring up a file on the computer.
So here is what we have on the attack, from what our security forces gathered. He then grunts and turns the computer around to you guys and gives you the keyboard. So you may, proceed upon your research. And I don't want to touch it anymore.
So I'm just gonna go on a limb here and assume I should
God.
tell them about the stuff that I'm on, so I'm never gonna die.
So
That would be
anyone who
very
wants to use the computer right now can make me an investigation check.
What
So
is my
to-
investigation even?
Let's see. Who amongst the crew has investigation as a skill?
Not it.
Andrew does not.
think I might have investigation, maybe.
Slems has investigate 0.
Good job, Slim.
Gani Makor does not.
I got a 7 then.
And Ukluna has investigation 2.
Nice.
Okay, so what is the roll then?
So Slems.
I got a 9.
So this is based upon your intellect, so it's 2d6 minus 1. So that's actually an 8. So that's a good result. So for Daniel, it's 2d6 plus 2.
And that's why I'm Spy Master, ladies and gentlemen. Right there.
Technically, you're not anymore because I forgot that I promoted you to it.
Justice.
No, that happened before we went on this
No.
It did happen before the jump, I think.
No, I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. I've never heard anything about this Spy Master thing.
Yeah, because it happened while we were on the planet.
Oh, you're right. That did happen while we were on Plum.
There you go.
Oh, Captain, by the way,
so,
since I am the highest ranking spy on the crew, do you think maybe I should we should maybe make a new position called Spy Master?
Yes, that's a good idea, Spy Master.
Can I be it?
Okay. So
Yeah,
with that,
it's called Spy Master.
I don't know why that feels so good, and I don't know why I feel such an overwhelming feeling of justice and peace now, but thank you.
If anybody wants, with the data that you see here, someone else can do an electronic sensors roll to help this task chain, or a recon.
Do I have either of those, or am I since I?
Yeah, so you already tried to help with the investigation, but
And
you
failed.
were stymied by the low technology.
You know, well, also I was probably very distracted by the weirdest fucking man I've ever met in my life.
It'd be wrong to say he looks like an AdMet guy.
He looks like, look at the thing I posted in our group chat. He looks like the sad guy meme.
Oh.
That's what I've imagined.
So for Gani Makor, do you have recon? No. You have electronic sensors 4, so you can do 2d6 plus 5 to help with this.
Yeah, I'll try it out.
And Andrew, if you for Andrew can do a
This one.
you can try an untrained recon, so that would be 2d6 minus 2.
I will pass.
I got 14.
All right, so
Get worse.
so Andrew just kind of watches as Ukluna, like, I don't know what you do when you're just kind of stymied by all of it.
Well, it's just I'm not looking at the machine. I'm just glancing nervously at the guy that's still in the room. Like, that's the problem, is I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. I can't stop looking over at him.
Each time that he notices that you looking at him, he smiles at you with the saddest face that you could imagine, and he clasps his hands and he bows his head at you.
I'm gonna push the computer away, frustrated. I can't do this right now. I just can't handle it.
At that point, Slems takes over, and with Gani Makor, you actually find quite a lot. Actually, what? Oh, wow. Okay. You can see, you piece this together. 2 pirate ships attacked a relic quarry, an archaeological dig at the edge of the ruins of Highwad City. And it looks like scavengers often go there. The traces of the attack are obvious. Blast marks on the ground from weapons fires, imprints in the mud where the ships landed, and the remains of the warehouse that once contained relics from the ruined city. The warehouse was blasted with a ship-mounted pulse laser. You can see, and you can reconstruct that 2 pirate ships landed there and attacked. They killed everyone present before blasting the door off the warehouse and looting the place. From the warehouse records, they stole primarily recovered computer parts. These parts could be salvaged by a tech level 14 plus culture. Do any of you have that level of broker?
I have a level of broker.
You know that that the Florian Empire buys scrap just like that for recycling. You also figured out the pirate ships consisted of a Type S scout and a far trader, both refitted with extra weapons. Not exactly a terrifying fighting force. If these are the same ships that attacked Torpal, then there must have been a third ship, one with a lot more firepower. You can see that the psychopomps of Clark have already visited the attack site, and there are half a dozen fresh carbon foam monoliths preserving the dead who might be saved. From the data, the monoliths reveal that one of the victims could potentially be revived with high-tech medical equipment. Actually, you do have high-tech medical equipment on your ship, so you actually could potentially revive that one victim.
Would it be a good idea or a bad idea to bring that up? And I'm willing to make a diplomat roll if I need to.
Yes, and you find out one more piece of information. There was a radio broadcast that ended up being recorded, and there seems to be messages that are encrypted. So you would need to do a difficult electronics comms check to figure it out. And all of that research and all of that information took about 4 hours.
So the guy that needed medical attention is probably dead by now.
He's
No.
preserved.
Oh, okay. All right.
She is preserved.
Yes.
Can you repeat the bit about the radio transmission?
Yes. There was a recorded radio transmission that the system did manage to capture, but it would need a difficult electronics comms check to basically break the encryption.
I would like to crack my knuckles and take a swing at this.
Okay. So you do have your ranks.
Do we watch Cluna punch the computer then?
So this is going to be 2d6 plus 3. So you need at least a 7.
It's gonna be another 2 or something. Oh, 11.
No, you got it.
Yeah. With an effect.
You're welcome, crew.
It takes you about 5 minutes to crack the signal. The transmission that you hear reveals that the pirate leader was named Ferric.
Ferric? Like ferret with a K at the end?
Ferric. Ferrik.
Ferric.
Yes.
Dank Ferric.
And Ferric is speaking to a woman named Maria, commanding a ship that remained in orbit. Ferric also is talking to the other captain who landed, called Krish.
Krish. What do they say? Like, what's the substance of what they were saying?
The substance is mostly
just like operational
landing,
comms.
Landing at the target. We've secured the goods. We're heading back up. That basically like that.
Okay. All right. So we know who did it then, right?
Yes.
And I would also assume that because the radio transmissions were encrypted, they probably assumed that no one else was able to tap into their communications, right?
That's why you encrypt communications, yes.
What? Okay. Jeez, Andrew.
So yeah, they might say something that they didn't expect
Sorry,
other people.
sorry, I couldn't hear you over all that spicy you just threw in my face.
In one part of the transmission, you could actually hear them say, "We eliminated all eyewitnesses."
Oh.
So
But
Richard,
you are aware that there is that one person that you could potentially revive.
All right. Oh, and I'm sorry. You said when April asked you about whether or not it would be beneficial to offer to revive the guy, you said it would be beneficial.
Are you
or did
trying
you
to
answer?
offer to-
I
No,
asked if it would be a good idea or a bad idea to bring that up.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to make a diplomat roll if that would help me answer that question.
Well, you do know about their culture that one of the ways that the psychopomps do kind of maintain their control over the populace is by, like, dangling the chance at being revived in the future, even though they don't do it, like, ever.
Yeah, so it would be a bad idea. Yeah, so it would be a threat to their power to tell them that we could revive somebody.
But we could do it anyway.
Her monolith is still at the site right now.
Okay. Here's a
Do
good
we
plan.
have your permission?
Let's revive her and we'll claim to be God.
No.
Yeah, I don't really feel comfortable doing that. The God part, I mean.
Oh, that's where we're drawing the line. Okay.
Do we have, sir, do we have permission to go and investigate this crime scene?
Well, yes, I suppose that if it's destined to be, it will be. You can go ahead and see if you can find any more information, though you seem to have some success here.
Yes, but there are a couple things that we would like to follow up on.
Fair enough. I will
Which is not a lie.
ahead. Call ahead and make sure that they know that a bunch of ephemerals are coming to examine the attack site.
Do you need help placing the call, or can you do that on your own?
Oh, no. I'm used to calling. And he kind of shuffles to the side of his room, and you see mounted on the wall is a phone. And he picks it up, and there's a rotary dialer, and he starts to dial out.
Oh boy.
Oh, yes. This is Keeper Malos. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, eternity to you as well. Oh, she did. Oh, well, she will come back soon. Or not. But she will be preserved. Oh, yes. Oh, to shreds, you say. Oh. Yes, I could come to that ceremony, yes. What? Oh, I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
I'm gonna let out a cough, be like,
Oh, right. Sorry. I have a bunch of ephemerals here. They're always so busy, only here one moment, gone the next. But we'll let them be gone the next now. They wish to have access to the attack site. They say it will help. Oh, yes. Those pirates should be destroyed and never be allowed to return upon the universe, because they are foul motherfuckers, and we shall salt the cosmos with their bodies. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Just a
Yes.
reminder, Richard. They wanted these guys alive, right?
I
Or they
don't-
were the dead.
I-
ones
I don't
alive?
think they
he puts
do.
He puts down the phone and he looks back at you. It's like, oh, we find it perfectly acceptable if you give us evidence that you have executed them. You can always bring them here alive, but because of their crimes, their bodies will be incinerated and not be preserved.
Oh no, what a terrible fate.
Good to know.
Yes, in fact, we are preserving one of the few chambers that we have to annihilate their bodies. It brings up the temperature inside the room by 1 degree Celsius per minute.
Oh, so does like heat the planet then or something? Or
He heats the room until they die, and then eventually their bodies will burn.
So it's a very slow.
It gives them a chance to think about their mistakes.
well, yeah, but usually if you think about your mistakes, like it's usually meant to like kind of like so you can.
Let's not argue
correct
the
them.
finer points of their religion, Captain. He seems really into it.
Hmm.
Oh, by the way, Richard, I don't have any listening devices or anything, right?
No.
Okay.
All right. So he said, so I have arranged a cart to bring you to the site. It is on the outskirts of the city, and there are a few fine fellows that will be pulling it for you.
Oh, cool. Also, I saw some food carts on the way in.
Yes, my child.
Will we be passing by those at all? Also, what type of food do you guys eat?
Food that nourishes the body and the soul. Yeast.
So it's not Soylent Green.
Just like packets of yeast, or dude?
Our food is grown in yeast vats. Unfortunately, because of the damage to the atmosphere done by the Kingdom of Drinax so long ago, we can no longer grow the plant material that we used to.
Gotcha.
Wow. So sorry about that.
Do not be sorry, for we shall all be saved upon the day of resurrection.
Is that going to happen soon, or is that? Do we have a bit before that happens?
Time is not for us to judge. It is only for us to preserve.
Yeah. Okay.
So, assuming that you don't linger at the offices, outside you will find a open-topped carriage waiting for you all. The rain is still pounding down, and there are 2 men who are
Nice.
who are harnessed up and looking towards you all as you exit. They're wearing, it looks just like ponchos that are kind of frayed at the edges, and they wave you over. Are you the ephemerals that need the ride?
We have to get a ride.
I guess we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to get a ride. We can't take our ship there.
Oh, it's on the outskirts. Did you get permission from the keeper?
We got permission to go, but
Is that the guy we were just talking to?
I would assume, sir.
Well, he likes us. I assume he probably wouldn't mind.
he said we were allowed to go.
The guys kind of shrug at themselves to each other and say, well, we were just told to bring you there with the cart. If you don't need it, we'll get off and, to a different job.
Do we want to take the ship? Because we need to take.
Let me tell you how.
we need to take the ship.
Yeah, I don't know if I feel. I don't know if we should
We need
leave
to
it
take
here.
the ship so that we can use the ship's sensors to check the site.
Yeah. Also, we need to take the ship so that the ship isn't here while we're not here.
You still have the rest
Yeah,
of your crew. in the
otherwise,
ship,
they're going
so-
to try to decorate it with bodies.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah, that could be kind of cool.
No, I don't think it would be at
No.
all. I think it would be very uncool.
Gani Makor starts to think this religion might be my way of doing things, and starts to make plans in his head about preserving your bodies when you die.
Oh, he
I
never.
really
he doesn't-
do love my crew.
Gani McClure, you had one job, and it was to not get indoctrinated by a death cult.
No, it's not that. He just thinks the whole art of freezing bodies is kind of cool.
Well, we should probably unpack that later because that's an entire other.
Plus he's also you have a coat rack now, just put your just put your coat on a dead person. Kind of cool idea, you know what I mean?
Akluna is going to he's gonna try and fail to not react to that.
You see a look of horror go across Ukluna's face.
Also, he's gonna kind of whisper to everyone, be like, "Okay, so I hope I'm not the only one who had this question, but do you guys think necrophilia is actively done here or no?"
Probably not. And why did
Lems
you?
is completely tuned out of this conversation. Just
I got I didn't think
he's
about it
taking
until you
out his
mentioned it.
notebook.
Okay, you know how I asked on the bridge? You know how sometimes you have an awkward question, or sometimes you just.
I'm curious about did you pick up on some evidence that maybe they are?
No, I just kind of assume. No, I mean, so Gani's just kind of no, I don't know, just the whole death thing. It was just kind of do you think it's a thing that happens here or not really?
As far as I
Probably
could
not.
tell, it just seems to be a convenient way to make furniture.
Well,
So do we have to go back and ask him to take the ship, or can we just get in the ship and go? Because
I don't.
they don't seem to be very good with computers. I'm not sure they could stop us if they tried. By the way, do we know what their technological abilities are? Is this city protected by turrets and shit?
They have fighters.
They do have fighters that you've seen.
So okay, so if we took off without access, they'd probably try to intercept us, I bet. So we should probably go back and see if we can take our ship to the investigation site.
All right, are you heading back in?
Yeah, I think. Are we agreed on that? Does everyone agree we
Well,
need to take the ship?
we need to take the ship because if we're going to revive and question this woman somehow without them knowing, we're gonna need the ship.
I'm up for it.
Okay.
Okay. Heading back inside. It takes you a few minutes to find Keeper Malos because he's no longer in his office, but you are redirected by another worker inside there. And you go to a back room where Keeper Malos is currently spraying a corpse with the little wand that's connected to his backpack. And you see the body start to freeze and then crisp up in a black color as he starts to fill out a slab. He stops and turns back and smiles sadly at you all. Ah, just doing a little preserving work. You're already back?
We would like to, with your permission, take the ship out to our ship out to the site so that we can use its sensors to do some scans.
Fine, yes, whatever. As long as you find those pirates, then you can have your half a mega credit, and we can have our Revenge upon... No. I'm doing preservation right now. Yes, you may have your permission. I will put in the call.
Thank you.
Akluna backs away slowly without exposing his back until we get to the door.
He looks at you and he bows at you deeply again with that sad smile. And he says to you as you leave, it's like, may you find your path, child. Maybe you will find preservation.
Maybe. Bye.
All right. So getting to the ship, you do have the coordinates from your previous investigation. It would just be a simple piloting check to get there. Which, because of the storm, will be changed to an easy check.
By the way, where's Vim?
He's on the ship.
Okay, we should take him with us.
Should take the doctor with us as well.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, so for Gani McCord, this is going to be a piloting check for you. Yeah, just don't roll a 1 or a 2 and you're fine.
Oh, okay.
So
If you roll a 1 or a 2, we get preserved.
So what is it? 2D what?
2d6.
Plus what?
Plus 4.
Oh,
so
thank God.
14.
Yeah, you're easily able to navigate through the storm, and you land at the outskirts of the city. You can see beyond the city, and it's millions upon millions of preserved bodies, that the landscape itself is kind of a ruined hellscape, where you can see signs that there must have been a much greater city at one point. But you land right here where the ruined warehouse was. And as you leave the ship, you can easily spot the monolith of the woman that could be revived.
Okay, cool.
Are
What's
you
going on out
bringing are you bringing Dr. Jean out with you?
Yes.
Yeah, and Vim.
Okay, Vim looks more than a little freaked out with all of the monoliths around with bodies, and he seems a little bit shook. Dr. Jin, though, seems to be taking it in stride, and actually, at one point, Gani McCord, he kind of leans in towards you and is like, oh, it's very exciting to be part of an away mission.
Oh, right, yeah. Pretty fun.
Well, I thought you might enjoy. We think that there's someone down here who we might still be able to help, and that they may perhaps have information that is useful to us in trying to figure out these pirate attack.
He takes out his equipment and he looks at the monolith. It's like, this is a very interesting preservation technology that they have employed. Though
Did they tell us how long ago the attack took place? I'm sorry, Richard.
on the planet,
Yes.
or by the pirates or by Drinax?
No, the pirate attack that we are.
The pirate
investigating.
attack at this point took place about a month and a half ago.
I see. Okay.
The Drinax thing took place quite a while ago, right?
Yes,
Hundreds
a
of
couple
years.
hundred years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're still complaining about it.
Oh, shit.
What? Does the doctor trip over the ramp and die?
Did Vim accidentally
No.
sign us up for another death match?
The doctor tries to work on the monolith, and
Yes.
I think he's doing some
And
calculations.
works on it for about an hour. Of course. And at first, things seem to be going all right.
he uses some sort of sonic equipment and starts to kind of dissolve the black material around the body, and then starts to do revival procedures. But you notice towards the end of the hour, there's not only raindrops on his forehead, but a layer of sweat. There are a bunch of red lights going along his equipment, and he kind of sighs and says, she's fried. At the same time, at this point, you can see a group of robed figures are approaching you all, and they have the same sort of packs on their back as the keeper, and none of them are looking very happy with what you're doing.
What do you mean she's fried?
I can't revive her, Captain.
Doc, you better put that tricorder there away. I think we're about to get in trouble.
You ephemerals, what are you doing?
We were just studying these. Yes, we were directed by the Keeper Malik to study the site for clues to find the murderers.
As you're saying that, they push past you to the body of the woman, and then as a group they start to wail as one.
What does that sound like? I like how Richard's noise gate on his mic kind of gave out a little bit.
Yeah.
And as the wail drops off, one of them looks up at you as the others kind of start to carry off her body, and they say, "I do not care who gave you permission to come here. You have denied this woman eternity and revival. We had her preserved. She was preserved, and now she is not. You are no longer welcome outside of the starport. Take your ship, go to the starport if you must, but never land anywhere else on our world."
What about the whole pirate thing that we're supposed to be doing?
Can we speak to your supervisor?
You can report at the starport any success you may have. I, however, you have denied a member of our planet a chance at revival. You have disrupted the natural order. This was not the day of revival, yet you attempted to do so. This is heresy.
I don't think the chat's happy about us doing our thing here, guys.
Well, I guess since we're being punished anyway, I might as well add on to it.
Well, we're not being punished. I mean, hold on a second.
We should go in peace.
Okay.
Okay. Are you all getting back onto the ship?
Yeah, I guess so. That was a short mission.
Well,
so at this point, you do get a message to your computer that you have been revoked access to all areas of Clark except for the starport.
Also, why does he decide that, not the guy that we just talked to?
That's why I asked to speak to a supervisor, but we didn't get an answer on that.
Well, so here's what we know. We know they raided this place, and they took certain objects that might be sold in certain markets. We know they have a far trader among their ships.
We know their names.
So we might be able to attempt to follow up on the sale of their goods and see if we can learn anything else from there.
And you also have Torpal as well to investigate.
We do.
Because apparently they're they were also raided by seemingly the same group of pirates.
Are these
Yeah,
guys gonna try not to pay, like, not to reward us?
So
Who
at the
knows?
moment, you've been told by the authorities on the world that you can still complete your mission, but you cannot land on any other place but the starport from now
That's
on.
fine. That's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
Let us. So I'll bring up the. So
What-
who?
Sorry.
So you said who would be taking these items?
You figured out that some of the items could be sold to the Florian Empire
And where
for
are they?
who such scrap for recycling.
And where are they?
Roll 2d6 for me.
Sorry, I lost my window. I think I accidentally closed it. Sorry, 1 sec.
No worries.
I guess this probably means we have limited contact with Captain Creep.
What did I do wrong?
That didn't work.
Well, we didn't do anything wrong. I think the doctor kind of fucked us a little bit. Also, did we tell him to try to revive her?
I thought we did.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, that's on us.
I have no idea.
Yeah, you know that the Florian Empire is they call themselves an empire, but really it's a smaller group of worlds. You think maybe they have 3 or 4 systems? They at one point called themselves like one of the major races, but then it was discovered they didn't discover jump drive technology on their own. They kind of look like space elves.
Oh, they're Eldari. Nice.
So they're a bunch of fucking posers, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's the extent of what Andrew knows.
Well, what did you roll there? Is it something I can also? Do I have something that will help figure this out?
Well, Andrew's kind of a local to this area.
I don't have some
Sure,
random like did I not read a book or something?
Roll
Maybe.
2d6. Roll 2d6 plus 2, but it's going to be a harder check for you than it would have been for Andrew. So instead of an 8, it would be a 10.
Oh, okay. Well, I got an 8.
So you basically know about as much as Andrew does.
Okay.
So we don't have any idea where to start looking.
Well, you still have the lead from Torpol as well.
Yes, we'll
And
have to be.
it's just a jump 1 away from you right now.
Well, we should still get fuel before we leave, just in case things go poorly in Torpol. And we should have our cloaks up when we get to Torpol as well.
Okay.
Can I call for fuel from the ship?
Okay. They will all right, it's going to take about 11 hours for them to refuel your ship.
So when we get back on the ship, I'm going to be like, oh, what a bunch of killjoys, huh?
And they're going to send you a bill for 10,000 credits for the refuel.
That was that a clever play on words?
Yes.
Because of their weird fucking religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pat the doc on the shoulder, be like, don't worry about it, doc. You know, sometimes you unfreeze them, and sometimes they just die. You know what I mean?
Also, what happened? Why weren't you able to revive them, or were they just too damaged?
Dr. Jin sighs and says, yes, despite my best efforts, I am not completely infallible when it comes to saving patients. I have lost patients before. It seemed as if she should have been able to be revived, but in the end, her injuries were too great for me to repair.
Sorry.
Me too.
I don't know if I am. We probably gave her a more humane end to her life than being frozen in suspension.
Well, she was definitely dead starting off, Captain. Oh, I'm sorry, not Captain.
I was about to say thank you. Well,
I'm sorry. Sometimes the way that you carry yourself.
the way I hobble around with my my broken body.
All right. Well, what are you guys doing next?
I'm gonna ask Vim if he's gonna have some nightmares tonight
Sir?
because of the dead stuff, all the dead stuff that you were really creeped out about.
Well, I was trying not to think about it, sir, but maybe?
Well, now you're thinking about it.
Thank you, sir?
You're welcome. Carry on. If I have nightmares tonight, you have nightmares.
Sir, yes, sir.
So, show of hands. If anyone dies while you're on my crew, do you want to be preserved like these guys?
No, I mean there's no reason to preserve your body when you die.
Captain, if I could cut my hands off in this moment, I would.
Wait, why?
Would you
I don't
preserve your
want to
hands?
show you
though?
my hands.
Oh,
I mean, what would be the point of it? I mean, it's obviously whatever their religious belief evolved from. It probably started as a coping mechanism to deal with grief. They would lose a loved one, and they would preserve them, and it would make them feel better. Well, I mean, what's the point of preserving the dead?
yeah, I guess that's true.
And it does seem, from what I saw from my medical scans, that if this world was like it was previously 200 years ago, a tech level 14 world, most of these people within these monoliths probably would be easily able to be revived.
I mean, people on lower tech worlds die from things all the time that you and I might survive, especially with a talented doctor like our good friend here on hand. Talk him up after his loss, and yeah, I mean they don't have access to the same kind of medicines and
Yeah,
things that
they need
we take for granted.
they need medical technology, not superstitions.
Mm.
And from what I read about the planet from the upload, Dr. Jin continues, they seemed to originally have a planet of over 12 billion people, and now they have fewer than 10 million.
Oh, from the pirate attacks?
No, from
No,
the last 200 years of
Drinax, right?
Yep, Drinax kind
Oops.
of.
Oh, well, shit. Well, who wants to go hunt on some pirates, everybody?
Yeah, I think we still have 11 hours.
Right.
Okay.
You know, should we pay that $10,000 credit bill? I mean, they did kind of kick us out.
Well,
We owe them that.
I mean, we have to come back here to collect our reward when we solve it, right?
We're trying to make friends here.
Yeah.
I
Even
think
when
trying to. Sorry.
So
I think-
you're trying to not pay the 10,000 credits as they were refueling?
No, I was just asking.
I think that's a bad idea.
Okay.
We are pirates. We have a reputation to uphold.
Well, we're trying to play nice here at this point in time.
When we come back and we get our reward, when we refill, we can ditch then.
You're missing the point.
Well, after about 11 hours, the refueling finishes, you pay your bill, and you are departing for Torpol now, right?
Yes, and I have to say, every time I've heard you say that, I just keep thinking of Captain Tarpals from Star Wars. The Gungan guy.
Yes.
Well, Barbie and Engineer are the dream team again when it comes to jump technology, and they are smoothly able to take you back into jump space.
What's our ETA?
1 week.
Oh, well, more sword training, I guess.
I believe at this point Andrew might be 1 more week away from actually leveling up swords.
Nice.
Why aren't we? Why aren't we leveling up the same rate?
Because it also depends on what your baseline is. If you have a higher level, it takes longer to level up.
Have a higher
Yes,
level of what?
I'm going from untrained to 0, and you're going from 0 to 1 or 1 to 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How much longer do I
so
have then? And if it's a long time, can I buy from you an XP boost?
That's not how it works.
Are we bringing in microtransactions?
Yeah, I was about to say, can we get some microtransactions rolling up in this shit so I don't have to wait so long?
Can I just buy a level?
Yeah, you know what?
just
Yeah,
buy
I'm
a
not.
level.
Forget the XP boost. I'm just gonna buy the levels. I would like to go straight to the max level, please.
Yeah, actually, I think Andrew's gonna be hitting 0 after this jump.
Yay.
Congratulations, Andrew.
So you're no longer a detriment to yourself while holding a blade. You actually know how to hold it the right way and kind of be all right.
She can probably do a little trick, I bet, with it, like a little flourish. That looks kind of fancy.
Yes, and it's gonna be, since you're going from 1 to 2, you still have, I believe it's 10 more weeks.
Fuck.
Oh.
That's accounting all of the time I've spent studying.
Yes. I mean, you've already gone into it a bit, so that's why it's not all that long. Like when you get to like level 3, you're kind of considered to be very proficient at it, kind of almost like a master. So
Is that the level I have to get to before I'm able to kill my instructor? Just
Leonard,
asking. Just asking hypothetically.
hypothetically, you suspect after fighting with him so often, he might be the equivalent of like a 4 or a 5.
Yeah, but I've been sparring with him for so long that I know all of his moves, right?
Oh, he's
You know
got
what? It's
the
fine. I'll
same
kill him in
map.
his sleep. It doesn't matter. We don't have to do this.
All right. Well, you arrive in the Torpal system after a week of travel.
So right as we're coming out of our jump space, like the 1 second before, I'm gonna turn to the captain and start to ask, "Are we there yet?"
No.
Well,
And
no.
the stars appear.
Yeah, that was the effect I was looking for. Which also made you factually incorrect because here we are.
Roll me 2d6 plus 6 for Gani McCore on sensors.
Okay. 16.
Okay, you are 5 days away from Torpal, from where you've entered, and
Oh, nice.
Nice.
You know, I know that we're trying to make friends with Clark, but we kind of screwed that up already. So maybe.
We'll see.
So what if we just like recruit these pirates to work on the thing?
We just recruit the pirates to go kill the rest of the Death Cult guys.
oh,
What a dick move that would be.
That was an option that the princess proposed to us.
Oh yeah.
That there might be a part of a larger network that we might be able to co-opt.
Well, plus like they need people. They need hands for that shipyard, right?
I don't.
So as you enter, there is a system defense boat that is going to be pinging you guys. Did you bring up the holographic?
I sure
systems
hope
riddle?
so.
I think.
I
Well,
said
we
should.
we said that we wanted to go in cloaked.
What are you appearing as?
Do we appear as a
Appears
bowl of
myself.
spaghetti?
It appears myself.
Just a giant floating Andrew through space.
Yeah,
Oh.
let's do that.
No, I mean I have a registry number and from
Okay.
Drinax, and
Like your personal vehicle.
this is the discarded this is the free trader discarded lady out of Drinax.
Okay. This is system defense boat. 12.
Okay.
Calling the discarded lady. Please respond.
This is the discarded lady. Hi.
Please be aware that there has been pirate activity within this system.
Where? Exactly.
We are asking all incoming traffic to be careful.
You're not gonna answer
and
the. Okay. Oh, he's still talking. All right.
And to be watchful of any suspicious activity and to report it to Torpal or to a local system defense boat.
Defense boat. What is the location of the pirate activity? The last known location.
There was a raid on Torpal itself for one of the orbital factories.
How long ago?
A month ago.
We are going to Torpal, right?
That's
You're in the
plan.
Torpal
Okay.
system.
Do we need to announce to them our destination? Or I don't think they asked. I think they just told us to be careful for pirates. I'll just say thank you for the advisement. We'll be careful.
Acknowledged. Please enjoy your stay at Torpal and be aware that we are normally a very safe and fun environment. And as long as you keep safe and fun, you shall also have a good time.
We're not normally
Remember,
this much of a wreck.
Remember, the sloths on our planet are the loosest in the sector.
I'm gonna hit the mic button and say, defense boat. Did you say sloth or slots?
Sloths. We are very well known for our gambling down on the surface, as well as our watery paradises beaches.
I'm gonna cover the mic and look at the captain and say, I still don't know if he said sloths or slots.
What if they're slot machines made out of sloths?
I don't know. I guess I'm wondering the same thing.
I have a speech impediment, maybe.
And then I'll hit the call button again and say thanks. Thanks for that.
Use the
Bye-bye
discount. Use the discount code.
BetterHelp, our sponsors this week.
To get 10% off your room reservations.
NordVPN/Jedi Enclave for your free 3-month subscription. NordVPN, if you're watching, I would pimp your shit out like crazy. If the money was right. We're already accused of being Disney shills all the time, so.
So actually, speaking of sponsorships, have you gotten messaged by that one game?
What game?
The one that is everyone always like talks about, like the one ad.
Oh, like Shadow Warriors, the mobile game.
Shadow Legends, yeah.
No, we're not that big. We only have like 20,000 followers.
Oh, gotcha.
All right. Well, it'll take 5 days for you to get to the planet. Are you broadcasting before arriving that you are here due to the notice of like bounty hunters on these pirates?
Well, can you ask that question again? I had trouble following it.
All right, so you're heading towards Torpal.
Yes.
Are you trying to contact the authorities saying that you are here to try to find the pirates?
Oh, that's I guess that's a Sean or a Gandhi McCord question.
I mean, we don't want to broadcast to the pirates that we're doing that, right?
I think that there would probably be some worth in flying under the radar a little bit if we could. Maybe
I mean,
not.
we're just
Maybe not make a huge splash.
yeah. Well, in fact, we could just like because the discarded lady, Andrew, like that was your ship, your merchant ship, right?
Correct.
Yeah, maybe we should just assume to be merchants because maybe then the pirates will come to us.
Yeah.
We don't even know if the pirates are still in the system. They probably aren't.
Because we could just land and kind of just ask around, right?
Well, we can land and ask about the bounty. Find out what we can find out about the bounty.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess I will. Wait, how long did you say it was gonna take? It was gonna take like 6 days to get there, right?
5 days.
5, and we're there now. That 5 days has passed.
Yeah, we could jump forward.
Okay.
The 5 days.
So I'll go ahead and request a place to land.
Okay. You're getting barraged with ads as you approach the planet.
Am I frantically like swatting down skip ad buttons like a fucking whack-a-mole?
Yes.
Okay. That sounds like hell. That sounds like literally if I believed in hell, that's what it would be.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be 30 degrees.
But your registration is out of Drinax, correct?
Yes.
So you do get one message amongst all of them from a starport administrator by the South Pole, identifying himself as Provost Fawkes, who is trying to contact Andrew directly.
Well, put him through.
Okay.
I guess I'll put him through as a direct order from Andrew.
So you see this fellow pop up on your screen.
Same sad guy.
No, in fact,
I'm
this
waiting
guy,
with bated breath just to see. Oh yeah, I'll probably like him more than the other guy.
This guy. Hey! So, Drinaxian arrived in the system. Is this from the message about the attack? Are you a bounty hunter?
Yes. We've been asked by the Drinaxian officials to look into this matter on your behalf.
Great. Look, here's the thing. I'm working on that right now, and I'd love it if you would on Starport. Don't bother with the high port or any of the other starports. Go to the one that looks just like my hat, and he points to the top of his hat. See, it's a little recreation of my starport.
What do we think of this guy?
Wait, do you own this place?
I'm gonna look at Andrew and say, "Do you know him?"
His branding
know
is
him?
on point.
Because wasn't he calling specifically for Andrew?
He was.
Apparently.
Because I
What
sent
do
a
I know
message to
about
Drinax. You're from Drinax, right? We don't get many people out of Drinax here. Well, sometimes, but usually it's more of a pleasure vessel that's coming here from Drinax.
Ah, the dry snacks.
Hey, I think I hear a voice I remember. Hey, did you once get like 5 venereal diseases in one visit?
5, 6, 2, 7, all of these numbers.
Slems, does your wiki page include your list of venereal diseases?
Yes, because Lady Hill put it on there.
Okay,
Anyway,
so go for the starport with your hat. It looks like your hat.
Cool. Yeah. You know what? I will give you some free fuel as well as you come down. And by fuel, I don't mean just for your ship. Woo! And you see him just
And then the
pick up
line
a
goes
drink.
dead.
So, is he the leader of this planet?
Also, guys, we cannot let Vim and this guy hang out. Just something terrible would happen.
Because
He identified himself as the starport administrator and a provost.
oh, what's a provost?
Like a bot, like a like a principal or a like a
Like
dean.
like a governor.
Is it because he'll corrupt our young Vim?
They have very similar energies, and I don't know what happens if we put them in the same room together.
Probably a black hole happens.
I could see Vim not liking him actually, because he has a funny hat.
I don't know, Vim. What's your read?
Yeah, Vim, what's your read on this guy?
He seems
Because
like a
you're
nice
such
guy.
a great judge of character.
I like his hat. He seems much more fun than the people at the previous planet.
Well, that is undeniably true. Regardless of what I think of this guy, that is true.
I don't know, Andrew. You got a pretty good head on your shoulders. What do you think about this guy?
Like I said, he's the one that sent out the message, so it's definitely
Any idea why he
Probably-
was asking for you specifically? Like you don't recognize him?
Probably because he saw our registry was from Drinax and he's watching for such a thing.
Oh, okay.
He seemed to kind of know you though, right?
I don't know. I think he just has one of those personalities. Also, he did offer us drugs, right? Like I wasn't the only one in the cockpit that heard that.
Yes,
Drinks.
I also heard it.
All
Drink.
right. I'm not necessarily against that.
You can have him.
The only drug
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
They offer you again to kind of fly you by wire right to the starport instead of you piloting.
Do you
And
want to be lazy, or do you want to fly it in yourself?
I'll be lazy.
Okay. So you head down towards the South Pole of the planet, and as you fly down, you can see the watery paradise below you. Lots of tiny little islands dotting along the equator, and things start to get quite a bit more chilly as you're heading down towards the South Pole. But in the midst of all of this, there is a ring of sunshine around a golden artificial island. And you actually fly through a blizzard and are suddenly surrounded by holograms of tropical beaches and sun-kissed seascapes all around the island.
And targeted ads,
And-
probably.
There are more than a few, and you could see that there are on there. There's about 6 on there.
Are they all addressed to
Starship.
Andrew, since it's Andrew's, like we're flying Andrew's colors on the ship?
Well, no, these are large scale holograms around the entire island, kind of blocking out the polar environment that you now find yourself in. As you land, you can see there are 6 other starships already there, but waiting for you as you exit the ship, dressed in his trademark orange robes and his fancy little hat, is the provost. He seems to have a little bit of a party going along with him. People dressed in floral colors, and all of them have a drink in hand along with him. And he's just kind of waving wildly with his free hand to your ship before you exit.
See what he has to say.
I'll wave politely, like I'll give him like a little wave.
Welcome, Drinaxians, to the best planet here within the sector and the best starport. I am Provost Falks, and I am your friend while here. I want to make your time here comfortable, even though you're here for work, because who doesn't like mixing pleasure with work? Am I right? Or am I right? Or am I right? And as he says, "Am I right?" he passes you each just like an ultra colorful drink.
I'm gonna shotgun it immediately. Just fucking right down the hatch.
It's good. It's real good.
What is it?
I don't even know. I didn't ask.
It's just like a fruit punch sort of flavor that has just this aftertaste that sort of lingers almost like pop rocks down your esophagus for like a good 20 seconds after.
Did you guys ever make like mass drinks in college called shark bowls?
No,
I did not.
we did a lot of hard liquor.
Well, no, that's what this would have had as well. It would have been a big container, like a bucket or something that had like a lot of like spirits and then a bunch of different fruit juices and stuff. And then I don't know why they were called
Kool-Aid in
shark bowls. That's what it
Sounds
reminds
like
me
a
of.
lot
though.
of fun.
Yeah.
Do you
It
put
gets you-
Kool-Aid in it?
I think we put whatever we had, like whatever fruit juice we had, all of it.
Well, if you put Kool-Aid in it, it eats the sugar and gets more alcoholic.
I didn't know that. I could tell you that the shark bowls that we made would get you fucked up, like they were insane. So I don't know. Maybe it was Kool-Aid. Anyway, that's what I imagine when you gave that description. It reminds me of a shark bowl.
But
Okay.
Have a drink.
Anyway, yeah, the provost says, "Hey, I'll give you all the data that you want because I want to help you earn that bounty because you're gonna capture them, right? Yeah, you're all champions here.
Plan.
You want those 2 million credits?"
Ba, 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 ba.
Wait.
He's got that
Hey.
energy, doesn't he?
This guy's
He probably has a
way-
YouTube channel called Corey's World.
So any information that I have is your information, my muchachos, all right? All right. So just hit me up, hit one of my little apprentices up anytime that you need some info, and we will hook you up.
That would be great.
All right. Our Spencer's person. Roll me 2d6 plus. Oh, it's 6. Okay, 2d6 plus 6.
Annie?
Who?
This is Genny McCore.
Oh,
Okay. 12.
I didn't see it pop up.
I didn't either.
Oh, weird. No, I see it right here. 5 plus 1 plus 6, 12.
Weird.
Is this how we've gotten around getting shitty rolls? We're just gonna make up numbers and say they didn't appear in the chat.
I swear I got a 16.
Yeah, I rolled a 14. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
2d6 minus 3, 20.
Yeah.
Like,
Sucks to suck.
My internet was going to cut out, but I can still hear you guys.
Yep. So the of the 6 ships that are currently docked here at the starport, as you kind of step out and you realize that one of them, a scout ship, matches the profile of the one that you found out about at Clark,
See,
and it's still here.
just got that red message saying your connection to the server has been interrupted. So
No. Well, I have to go on the honor system then, I guess.
All right, but we'll leave off there. So you think that one of the ships that's currently docked with this starport matches the description of one of the
One of the
pirate
pirates.
vessel.
Yeah. All right, cool. Okay, well, quite a few viewers tonight, which I thought was pretty good for an online for this kind of like tabletop thing we're doing. So thank you for joining us, and for those of you who are still here, thank you as well. I might be taking a break tomorrow, or we might be doing Star Wars Outlaws. I'm not really sure yet, but whatever happens, we'll be at 7. Look out for the podcast tomorrow at tomorrow morning. That'll be up as well on